Hello, I'm Rob Lindemann.
I'm Chris Tone. So we are from the Hit Lab New Zealand.
And we're really excited to be doing another unboxing video for you. And this is the first one I think that we've done.
Like both of us showing up in the
two
video.
People in the same one. So yeah, trying something new, which should be fun. And today we are going to be talking to you about a new device that we recently received, which is the Pico 3, which is a head-mounted display. And we're actually lucky that we could get shipping.
Yes, you get it from China to New Zealand.
Down here to New Zealand, so shipping is a little bit disrupted these days. So we're really fortunate to have some new kit to be able to show. So
I say we just go down to it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what we hear is this newly arrived Pico Neo 3 Pro, as you can see on the box over there. And the box looks white and quite clean. We can see the side view of the VR headset. On the side, the name, a Pico logo, and then some small stickers on the back side. That's pretty much it. So let's get it unboxed. And plastic wraps.
Pretty shiny.
Yeah, they are reflecting a lot of stuff. And then not that environmental friendly those days, because some of the people already like using packages without plastic, but it helps on the shipping. Okay, so the box actually slides open with a sleeve. Okay, ooh, look at this. It says best in class, beautiful business. Ooh. And the extra stickers to slide open. This is the moment of truth.
Dun, dun.
Okay, here's the headset, and then in its beautiful color.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah, everything looks like tangled together.
Yeah, this looks like another headset. It looks like one of the ones you put your phone into.
Yes, you're right. It's how to get out? Just out. Here's a headset. Okay. Yeah, that definitely looks like
I can wear this one and I can look around and see.
It could be one of the accessories there.
Could be. We'll find out.
Yeah, let's put this one aside and took everything out of the box first. So that's two controllers, and then pretty much there's some paperwork.
Yeah.
That's it.
This opens as well.
Let's move this on the side.
So this seems to have the book that tells you basically user's guide in 27 different languages.
Okay.
Which is good. So we'll put that and don't know what this is, but
could be cables or something.
Dun, dun. So there's two safety straps for the controllers. They're black, so offset for the white, I guess. Strange. Everything seems to either be white or black. You know, the headsets.
Yeah, the black and the white at the same time.
Yeah. So the Quest 2, you know, they kind of change with black and white, and so.
It seems no one ever tried anything other than black and white.
Yeah, I would like to have an orange one, or
pink,
because I like orange. Orange is one of my colors. So, so this is USB-C to the USB-A.
But they didn't provide a charging brick.
No charge, not that we found. Maybe it's still to be discovered. But yeah, so that seems to be
everything in the VR headset
little
shape.
VR headset. Yeah, and actually, you can. I really think you should be able to use this somehow as a device, and I'm sure all our viewers at home are going to try it now, because you could just put your phone in there and put the top on, and then
That's very creative.
That's very cool.
Okay, let's look at the thing itself. So yeah, pretty much like a standard headset. It got two-tone colors, deep gray and white everywhere. So comparing to the last generation of Pico Neo 2, some changed, some not. So lenses, and then, well, I don't know how to show them. Can I tilt it up? Okay. It looks like they got this, if it's showing clearly, they got this IDP adjust. So it's somehow can support like some level of
the distance between your eyes.
Yes. Yeah. And then the speakers are in the straps.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I think that's, believe, one of the feature design that the battery is on the back. So it's
really good to counterweight. It's not all resting on your ears or on the bridge of your nose, so they have this nice counterweight.
Yeah. And it also explains why there are two straps on the head. I believe one of them, the battery, the power runs through. Another one is actually supporting the weight.
I see.
Yeah, and then quite a lot of ports on the front. So noticeably there are cameras. I'll try to show it this way. So of course they have the cameras. So 4 cameras on the corner. And then on the right side they have buttons, and then several one. And on
This looks like the home button. It's similar. Yeah, this looks like a home button, a back button.
yeah,
and then,
it looks like they have an extra set of controls that is integrated into the headset. And on the bottom side, the 3.5
audio jack.
Audio jack, very advanced. This is the microphone, I think, and the volume rocker, and then nothing on the left. And on the top, I believe that's
USB-C.
Yeah, it's a for charging power, and then the power button. This must be the indicator, and another microphone here, and this is some DP input or output. I don't know. It's a cover, so it looks exactly like a USB-C, but it's a DP.
Which is why they cover it, so you don't plug in there by mistake.
Yeah. And I assume it gives some kind of directly video output or input, which we will test and I will figure it out, because I never see something like this on a VR headset.
And then I don't know what this hole is.
I have no idea too.
Like it's threaded too. So you can,
and like an antenna
I don't know.
or something. Or it could be a lanyard, so you can steal away from some station.
That's right.
We have
It's
no
like
idea.
a safety thing.
Yeah, so that's pretty much about the headset itself.
Yeah.
So it's
Cool.
on the pad. And then these are the controllers, which they are purely white, and except a black joystick that is clickable on the top. So it's just like a decoration color. Has the tracking rings, has the trigger button.
Interesting shape.
Yeah, and then like buttons on the surface, and then very standard ones.
Yeah. So index, trigger. I have A and B.
And X, Y on this side.
And then home and
home,
back.
Yeah, I
So
assume that's a
similar-
menu.
Yes,
Yeah,
they have the same labels as on the side of the
So I
headset, too.
think the logo one is home.
Yeah.
Well, per my guessing with all the designs, and this one with like a minus shape is back or menu, something like that.
And then the joystick is a
clickable.
X, Y, and then has a D10, so you can push on it. Yep.
But we don't know if it has this capacitor that sensor if you have a finger rest or not. We don't know. We would have to turn it on to figure it out. And then battery chambers it's not magnetic. Has a battery already installed, and it holds 2 batteries instead of 1 in this small volume, which is a little bit surprised. I think it's already installed. When you pull this tab, it will just turn
Which
on.
of course makes it heavier, but it makes it last longer.
Yeah, longer for time. So yeah, that's pretty much
pretty cool.
the controller.
White. Why are all the headsets like white or black?
I don't know. They never get to other crazy colors such as
So
orange.
if
or
I recall,
something.
that a lot of the early ones were black. So white, going white seems to be a trend now for some reason. I don't know why they're all going towards white. It's interesting.
And when we talk about the color, the shape, everything, it reminds me of some other VR headsets we have in the lab, which happens, I have one here. So this is the Oculus Quest 2. It's also a very famous one. If we put this side by side, and with its controllers, you will feel a bunch of similarity. So a standalone VR headset, all the same, have the straps, and then
I think the audio looks, they put the audio.
A very similar, the audio speaker is in the strap.
Yeah.
And they also have like a bike helmet adjustment on the back. It just, that one, the Pico one has a battery being placed to the rear, so to balance the weight. This one, everything is up front, so maybe a little bit heavy, heavy on the front. And then also got the IPD adjustment, similar to that one.
Same.
And then I think the strap does not go all the way forward like the one the Pico has.
Oh, really? Because I really like it.
Because if I turn it, you see the strap is going to be bent and then may rupture it. So that's something I want.
So I think for people with glasses, this is really a really nice feature to have. Yeah.
And also notice this Oculus Quest 2 is equipped with so-called the Elite strap, which comes separate. You have to buy it separately to install on it. And then you see the duct tapes already there. Means it's very fragile. They break here and there. I think that one came already with the headset by default, which is better. But we don't know if it also ruptures on the side, which looks very slim as well. So we have to do some tests to figure out. Oh, we don't want to test it. We just want to figure out during the actual usage.
And then the controllers.
The controllers all looks the
really similar.
Okay,
Yeah.
look at the same hand one, tracking rings, and then a joystick, some buttons, and then trigger, and also this is a one on the on the side where your mid finger, not index finger, holds onto it. Yeah. Okay, so that's all the similarity.
Interesting.
And some
Yeah, these are
difference we find.
shorter. So
Yeah, only holds one battery inside.
Yeah.
So and then the shorter. Sometimes you feel it uncomfortable because it does not all go through all your palm.
yeah.
So when I'm looking at those VR headsets and other ones that are already on the market, I do notice this thing that they become more and more similar to each other. Like a lot of the the standalone VR headsets those days, they are a headset, they have a strap to put on your head, and then they also have these two controllers which has tracking rings, and even the buttons and then the controls are very identical to each other now. So I do have this question, Rob, and that. Do you think that VR headsets are already like kind of going into this shape or form factor as their golden standard rule, and then we will see VR headsets just stay like that for the upcoming years, or not? So what do you think of that?
Well, so it's a good question. On the one hand, it's nice to have standards, right? Because that way, you can, for developers, you can assume that there's going to be these types of controls, and here's what they do. And then, so once you have standard controls, then you can have standard mappings of controls. So this is going to be pick stuff up or shoot or whatever. And the sticks will be used, the right stick will be used for this, left stick for this. So you can standardize, which is good. But it doesn't support all kinds of interaction, like guitar playing, for example. So if you have a very specific type of application, I think there'll still be some innovation in controllers. Controllers like the HTC Vive, they have same idea, but they have touchpads instead of joysticks, for example. And they have some grip buttons, and so some things are still different. The other thing that we see in headsets is more and more functionality is being built in, like eye tracking or hand gestures. And so I think there's still a lot of stuff being done. There's even heart rate monitoring in some of them. So I think that we'll continue to see some interesting developments there. One parallel to think about is game controllers. So if you remember way back in the day when the first game controllers came out, every platform had its own types of controller. And over time, you actually saw a convergence where if you look at the Xbox and PlayStation controllers now, they really look the same.
Yeah, joysticks.
Yeah, D-pads, two sticks, shoulder buttons, and everything. So I think you will see this convergence probably in VR as well. But who knows? These things can be disrupted at any time. So.
Yeah, and then maybe one day we don't have control at all because hand tracking now
that's right.
coming up, but we don't know.
Or voice or something else starts to come up. Yep, I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So future's still very promising.
Woohoo!
But that's for the unboxing. That's pretty much what we have for today, and then we will test the Pico Neo 3. And see how it runs and then what they have on the platform, and then we'll see how it plays. Is it comfortable? Is it very powerful? Can it be like a daily driver, like other kind of videos?
And then the ecosystem, what games run on it? Does it run standard? Whatever standard means, standard VR games. And I think that's another big thing is content. People really want content. Yeah. So I think that's good. In the future, we will have a revisit. We'll revisit some of these things. I think what else we should do? I think in the future, we have a whole bunch of really old headsets. So I think it would be really cool to do a future video where we just compare
all the VR
headsets that we have access to, because the lab actually has some from like the early 90s, mid 90s. So I think we could do a little teaser.
Yeah.
So we have this. This is a Sony device. And it looks like that, so it kind of looks similar-ish to other ones, has headphones. And this is called the Sony HMZ, or HMZ. And so it, again, has a little bit of adjustment. It tethers to a computer, just like other things. It also has IPT adjustment, so there are a lot of things. This is a pretty old device. In addition, so I'll leave that here.
Okay.
In addition, this is a little bit later version. This is the Imagine Z800, and a lot of VR researchers will know this as kind of the workhorse at the time. This is the early 2000s. It has earbuds, so they went a little bit different. So you pull them down and put them in your ears, and they have a little place to store them on the side. It's very lightweight in terms of the strapping, but again, maybe not as great as the bike strap now. And it also allows you to kind of adjust the distance between the eyes in a very different way. And they're not very immersive, so you can still see the rest of the world. When you put them on, you can see the real world around you, and which some people would say, that's not good. But you never got sick with these ones because you always had some view of the outside world.
I see.
So it's very interesting because we never really had to deal a lot with cyber sickness. And it also just flips up when you want to use your computer. You could just flip it up or something like that. So anyway, that's just a bit of a teaser. So maybe what we'll do is we'll do one of these.
Like a review of all VR headsets from the very beginning.
As many as we have anyway.
So maybe subscribe and tune on for that one. We'll come back sometime later.
Okay. Yeah, and as we always say, if any of this stuff has interested you, we're always looking for people to join us. So come join us and help explore how to use these technologies in really cool ways. Okay? Good?
All right. That's everything
See
for
you.
today. See you around.